Ladies and gentlemen, about 9 days ago, I was on this YouTube video about a woman who recently sold her home and sent over $500,000 to a scammer in Nigeria. And in the video, the woman felt guilty. She, was crying. She was emotional because she was guilty pretty much because she felt like that money could have went towards her children and her grandchildren, which is a very logical and sane reason to feel guilt. Okay. And just looking here at a comment that I responded to, Cheery Hex stated that why kids think they are entitled to their parents' money is beyond me. And she doesn't feel like the woman needs to give, or anybody needs to give their children anything, which doesn't even make any logical sense. Doesn't even make any logical sense. And I said, Cheery Hex, the reason why kids should feel entitled to their parents' money is because their parents brought them into existence for their own pleasure, which is true. No matter how you look at it, children are brought into existence for their parents' own pleasure, also that their parents can avoid the guilt of having an abortion. Because we've all been brainwashed to believe that life is super sacred, life is a gift, life is a blessing, abortion is wrong, which, I don't feel that way. I don't think abortion is wrong. I think abortion is a very much needed medical procedure. And I feel like if people cannot afford to really have children, if you cannot give your children anything to carry on, if you have nothing, you need to take $400 and have a fucking abortion. Okay? Because no child is going to come into existence out of poverty and fucking save you from your own demise. Okay? And someone agreed with me. 8 Lights said, yeah, it's true, because it is true. You cannot argue with logic. The child you're bringing into existence to please yourself or the couple. They're doing it to please themselves. This fact cannot be argued because the child coming into existence has no opinion on the matter. So you're not bringing the child into existence for their own self. You're not doing them a fucking favor. So when someone doesn't ask for something and you still push forward and do it, you're imposing on them. It's an imposition. No matter if what the person enjoys what you're doing or doesn't matter. It's an imposition. So the least you can do when you impose on someone is fucking compensate them for it. You fucking compensate them for it. See, I love when I see people who have money pass down wealth to their children. I love seeing things like that. Although I don't believe that rich or poor people should be procreating, I love to see when wealthy people pass things down to their children. But some people actually think they're doing their child a favor and they don't need to give their child anything. Yeah, okay. Someone, Joyful Preterist, I'm not sure how you pronounce that, says, you are right. He agreed with Cheery Hex that children and grandchildren feel entitled. I wonder why they feel entitled. And Julia L says, well, it's her money, not her grandchildren's or her children's money anyway, so what the heck? She can do with it whatever she wants to do. Which I didn't say she couldn't do anything she wanted to do with her own fucking money. But for her to feel guilty because she knows that money could have went to the future for her children and her grandchildren is logical. It's a logical reason to feel guilt. And, Julia L is saying they're adults, the kids are not entitled to anything their parents have, giving to them as a favor. And I said, that's your opinion. My opinion is when people don't ask to come into existence and are brought into existence because their parents wanted a cute baby or because their parents needed some meaning or purpose or whatever silly, selfish reason people have kids, those kids need to be compensated. And Julia L says, well, you're just telling me that you're stubborn. I see. Anyways, I'm open to new ideas all the time. No, you're not, Julia L. You're actually a stupid, illogical thinking NPC. Because you think life is a blessing. You said, but I really don't understand the level of entitlement to be blessed with life. To be blessed with life. To be blessed with life and a death sentence, Julia? To be blessed with life and a death sentence? You do realize that once you're blessed with life, you're also blessed with a death sentence, Miss Julia. Yeah, and none of us know in which horrible way that we're going to die. I think that part is a blessing, right? Yeah, okay. I said yes. I replied to her, yes. Anyone who does not agree with you is stubborn. That tells me a lot about you. You seem to be a mentally disturbed psychopath that believes you imposing life on an innocent being into a corrupt world full of sickness, diseases, illnesses, accidents, enslavement, pandemics, crime, death, suffering, horror, and misery is a blessing. Wow, Julia. And to believe people actually put guns in their mouths and pull the fucking trigger to escape this fucking blessing. People put ropes around their necks to escape this blessing. Oh my goodness. Wow. What a blessing. What a blessing. And you know what? People may call me an asshole and people may think that I'm an asshole, but I mock these people like Julia L. I mock them. It's funny. It's entertainment because they are so naive. And they really follow the script. They follow the fairy tales. They follow all the bullshit that they've been programmed to believe. And they don't ever sit to really critically think for themselves. They live under rocks. Honestly, I think they may live under rocks, because even if something is not happening in your immediate family, there's still the news. There's still word of mouth when you hear about something that has transpired to someone. I mean, we're on a video about a woman who was so lonely that she sent $500,000 to a scammer that she had never met in her life. If that in itself does not tell you that this life is anything but a blessing, you are mentally disturbed. You are mentally ill and sick. Yeah, life may be a blessing for you, and no one's going to argue that. But you cannot say life is a blessing for everyone else. Not even your fucking child, who may live under your fucking roof, may not feel the way you fucking do. But you guys people feel like they are entitled to impose this shit on others because they have yet to come to the realization that this life is not a fucking gift. And it's not a blessing. They are probably still sniffing religion rainbow dust and high off those fucking fairy tales. They have yet to see and come to the realization that all that shit that we're constantly being fed from religion, from commercials on TV, from ads on the radio, and all that shit about life being such a blessing is all shit to program your mind to keep this fucking wheel going and keep this wheel spinning. But once you come to the realization that all that shit is just It's fucking sprinkles on top of shit. That's all it is. It's sprinkles sprinkled on top of a pile of dog shit. That's all it is. Start thinking for your fucking self and open your goddamn eyes. I'm out.